Aloha, Dr. Heather Tucker here, and welcome to Taste and See Thursdays. Today, we're going to be talking about the power of transitions and your story and how they go hand in hand and how they can actually be a magnetic calling card for your ideal audience. And I want to share with you a few strategies that supported me on my journey, and I know it's going to support you too. Okay, so let's get into it. First of all, why do transitions matter? Why is there a need to be able to express even transitions that you've had before? So, transitions matter because the only constant is change. Everything is evolving. Right now we're in upcoming into a new year. And even in a new year, there's this call for another level of expression, communication, authenticity, transparency, a new way of being, a new way of operating. Just like a computer needs to be updated, our mind and our heart and our energy also needs to be updated as well. So here's the thing, there's transitions that happen expectedly, and there's also transitions that happen unexpectedly, and they can bring about a lot of thoughts and emotions. So when you're able to share your story from a place of empowerment, it gives people permission to see themselves in their journey and where they are, and seeing that it's possible. If it's possible for you, then it's possible for them. There's a freedom when you share your story because it gives you permission to be you, to be authentic, to be vulnerable in your communication. And this is what deepens the connection in not only business, but also life. And when you share your story, it gives you a sense of peace of what has happened. So it's interesting. I've been sharing my story over some of the tragedies that I went through in my business building journey as well as in my life. And here's the thing, there's hills and valleys. So a lot of times we're going through business, something happened, it brings us down. And then we're going through business again, something happens, it brings us down. And the more that we keep doing this up and down pattern, the more difficult it becomes to have that continuous motivation, to have that continuous consistency. And I'm here to tell you that we don't have to have a great past to have a great future. When we are able to get peace with the story and peace with what has happened, it allows us to be more in the present moment. And then the vision for the future gets totally expanded. So therefore, this is this total exponential acceleration, regardless of what's happening, being able to be calm, centered, and balanced no matter what. So let me get into the three tips that I want to be able to share you to support you with this. Step number one. Okay, it is really about energy. It's really about is your energy when you share your story. So even if you don't believe in energy, a lot of times people think it's woo-woo. And you better be glad that energy believes in you because that is what your body is completely made of, is what's holding you all together. And one of the things a lot of times people don't know is that our thoughts have energy, our emotions have energy, and they're also contagious. So have you ever gone into a room and you feel like maybe something's not right in this room? You could sense the energy of the room. Or you go into a room, for me, sometimes when I go into a church and I'm like, ah, this is the right place. You feel the energy behind it. So it really is understanding the energy behind how you share your story. What are the thoughts and emotions and stuff that come up? See, I'm a big believer, especially when some of the stories are too difficult to share. It's essential to heal them, to make them light, to process it and share it from a place of empowerment. It's like sharing your scars, not your scabs, because our hills and valleys can bring joys and pains. And it's what you do with the pain that determines what it becomes. You'll also start to see a pattern in your story, right? So here's the thing. One of the cool things about seeing the patterns of how the story plays out, then you can be able to figure out what is it that you want to change. We may not be able to change the events that have happened or that are happening, but we can change how we respond to them. And that's where our greatest power is. Our greatest power is in the response. So now we're in a new season. Now we're getting ready to go into the new year. And what is it that you want to be able to let go of in order to leap forward into something new? A lot of times when we're going through these transitions, we hold on to some of the things that no longer serve us. Let me give you an example. So many of us who are in entrepreneurship, we worked for a company previously and or companies or whatever that past pattern was before entrepreneurship. And sometimes, even like if we had mental and emotional injury or significant emotional events that happen, then it can actually trickle into our presence and how we show up. It requires entrepreneurship requires a shift in mindset. It requires a shift in energy. Right. So it is so essential to be able to get peace with what has happened. And that way it gives you a fresh start, a new beginning. And that's exactly one of the reasons a lot of people wanted to say, Heather, I want to experience what the heck you're talking about. Well, you have the best opportunity to do just that. I am doing a 2.5 day Biz Life Harmony experience. So for those of you who may be doubting your ability to succeed, or there's overwhelm or uncertainty, or there has been illnesses with loved ones or losses of loved ones or challenges in relationships. It is the life stuff that happens that can sometimes get in the way of having consistency and harmony in business. But it's also the business stuff. If there's a lack of clarity, a lack of congruency, a lack of consistently showing up, a lack of calm confidence on the way forward, it will also impact your life. So I believe, especially here at Another Level Living, that it's about having peace on all sides. So go ahead and grab your spot today. And I look forward to seeing you at the next Biz Life Harmony experience. This is the difference that makes the difference because when your whole energy, mindset, heart space are working towards your goal, you literally become unstoppable. All right, I look forward to seeing you soon and have an amazing, amazing holiday season and Happy New Year. Peace.